The time for a cast battle because it is crazy windy, but it is also a perfect time for a cast battle. We've got the two, not necessarily big dogs, we've got two dogs that are in a fight in this cast battle, and let me explain why. Shimano released the Curado BFS to the USD, right? United States domestic market, whatever. Kastking also has the, I think even Tackle Warehouse, don't they carry the Zephyr now? So out of those two reels, I keep getting a lot of people, whether it be on, I see on BFS forums or on this channel, asking me, you know, which I prefer, and I've never put them head to head. I've just now picked up the Curado. I don't know, we put the Zephyr kind of in a bunch of shootouts. I don't know if I've ever actually taken the Zephyr and put it head to head with another one, but it was in one we did a whole bunch of shootouts. Go back and look at them videos. So what we're doing today, and there is like a lull between the little winds that I'll be out here casting. So let me flip the script and I'll show you what we're doing here. So I'm getting ready to put you on the chesty, and I'm sorry if the quality's bad. Contact Boost Mobile and tell them to quit limiting my service. So anyway, we've got the Curado BFS on the rock and roll. And if you guys have heard me talk about this, I believe the rock and roll and the Zephyr rod are the exact same blank. So that's why we're doing this shootout together, and we've got the same baits rigged up. We've got the Zephyr combo going. We got the Zephyr reel on the Zephyr rod. These both rods are 5'6" ultralight rods. We've also got the same bait, so I'm going to get out here and put you on the chesty, and we're just going to cast them back and forth. Now I took the Dark Wolf Ultra off of this, but before I did, I was throwing that exact same bait, and I was throwing it out here. Can I help you, ma'am?
Yeah, I have a question.
What? Say hi. Every time I do a live,
What's up?
somebody's out here having questions. I'm doing a live deal.
Do you want to go see Scream tonight?
Tonight? Yeah. Have you guys seen a
I'm
new
not going to
Scream
work.
movie? Oh, she's not going to work. Why?
Because I asked for a day off.
Oh boy.
I asked to switch my Sunday off for today.
All right. Well, let me get done with this, and we can figure out at the time what we're gonna do. So, all right, we're gonna go see Scream. You guys go see that movie. I'm not sponsored by Scream, and that wasn't like an advertisement for them. I wish they paid me some money for advertisement. So we're gonna do a cast test and get this over with, and then I'm going to see Scream. But here's the deal. I threw the Dark Wolf Ultra in between when the wind's not real windy, and there's always a slight little wind blowing, you know, this way, but it gets crazy at times. But I was able to get just a couple feet out in the street. Now, getting that 60 foot with those is probably not going to be capable with these reels, because I tried for a little bit with the Dark Wolf Ultra, and I couldn't get it to go to where I know it can go with not this bait. But then we're also going to throw this bait. So let me throw you guys on the chesty and get, let's get going.
Oh, also, I got some tea to tell you.
All right, well, not now, not live.
Drama for your mama.
You have to hang on until I get done with this video.
It's good, too. It's
Okay.
really good.
Let's start with the Kastking Zephyr, and I'll tell you more about it. This Kastking Zephyr rod you cannot get, I don't think, here in the States. You got to go through AliExpress, I believe. I called it a mismatch with this because this reel, do you guys remember the weights on it? I've got it in a video, but I want to say it weighs 7-something grams without the bearing. So it's like right on the edge. I call it more of an all-around BFS. Same thing with the Curado. I don't really call these. You can use them, as you're going to find out right here. And we got a law. Here we go. Let me throw it. Now, if you remember right, these things, this thing right from the get-go, from my first review, is the brakes are turned quite a ways up. So this is a 1.7 gram bait. We got a little lull between this wind. Oh boy. And I got too carried away. So let me go up one more. Now here, let me explain myself. The Curado, minute you're out here casting into the wind, whether you're out fishing or whatever, honestly, it's a good idea to take that brake dial and go up 1 or 2 clicks from where you would normally go, just to help keep from doing what I just did right there. So anyway, hang on. I'm telling you, I can get this cast test done. So let's see where it goes. I went up 1 notch. I'm not going to throw as hard, and we didn't quite hit the street. Hang on. Now, I was out here getting these roughly tested, and I should be able to, because I did earlier. And no, I can't hit the street right now. Give me a minute. I may have to crank this. Wait, it only goes a little ways. It was doing it right here, so And sometimes that's a good test, is like how finicky are they or whatever. So still can't hit the street. Hang on. You guys count how many tries I'm taking with this reel, and we're gonna go to the other one too here in a minute. Okay, so I just barely almost hit the street. So I'm not even gonna reel that in. I'm gonna set that down. We're gonna grab this one and I'm gonna cast it out real quick. So here is the Curado, and I did go just up. If you remember right, yesterday I did a video. Uh-oh, the wind's picking up. I'm gonna try it anyway. That wind blew that thing way over there, but it didn't backlash. That's funny. Oh, it's on a freaking basketball goal. Oh my God, you guys ever have this happen to you? No, you don't. Of course you don't, because you're not a moron. You're not out here casting stupid stuff in the wind. Oh my gosh, hang on. Good thing I parked the truck right here. You guys ever had your bait get stuck in a basketball net? No? Score! All right, I'm done. Hang on, we gotta let the wind die down. Well, however I had that set, that Curado did this crazy, wind caught it and it blew all around, but there was no sign of backlashing whatsoever. That was crazy. All right, I'm back. Hang on. False alarm. Let's start this test all over again. Now the wind's totally died off. Man, this wind's crazy. Okay, here we go again. And I'm struggling to hit that street with this bait, and I was hitting it earlier. Let's go back to there. I think this is kind of why I didn't like this reel. There we go. Right at the edge. Let me set it back down and I'll show you where it's at over there. Let's see if I can get this Curado without the wind blowing. And show you guys this bait. Now if you remember right, this Curado, my spool weighs 9.1 grams. It's actually heavier than they're supposed to weigh. Okay, we hit about 2 foot further, and that was only the second cast, actually the first cast without any wind. So, well, let me do another cast and I'll show you. I hope that bait's still down there. Okay, the wind's died off a little bit. Now, okay, let me go show you this. Now you saw me, while the wind's blowing them around, you saw me struggling with that Kastking. Now the Kastking landed right here, like I barely hit the street. That's the one that's on the Kastking. And if you look out here, the wind's blowing it around now, but way out here is the one on the Curado. So, where are we at? You're talking about the Curado beats the Zephyr by, I'll try to hold it exactly where it is and I'll reel it up. However far that is. I'd say only maybe 4 foot, but if you've seen how easy it is, I'm in the wind. They're both capable. Like, you know, that 1.7 gram bait, that's a 50 foot and that's about a 54 or 5 foot cast in the wind with 10-pound line. This is, you know, so if you were going true ultralight, you could definitely run, you know, 4, 6 or whatever pound line. And they're both, I guess, technically capable reels. So I want to do one more test and then I'm going to wrap up this video. And I'll be honest, I'm actually, I guess I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the Curado. I can't believe that spool weighs that much, but that it just casts that good. But this reel in the wind, and it hits there every time. It's just it's a few feet short of doing what that Curado. Oh boy, we caught the truck. Oh yeah, and do you guys, any of you guys done your income tax yet? Oh my God. But anyway, take a look at this truck because let's get a good shot of it. You guys remember the blue beast, then I had the yellow freaking banana that was a junk. It looked better than any of them. The beast was the best one. Actually, the red truck before that, before I started doing Bass and Bonsai videos, out of the last batch of trucks I've owned in several years. This truck right here, 2000 Ford F-150 4x4 off-road. I gave $1,000 for this almost 2 years ago. I planned on just buying it to just to have an old beater to drive for a short time till I bought something else, and I just been driving it. Other than the rust, if it wasn't rusty like you see the rust, I would actually stick some money into that and just keep it. But I already kind of told my mom I would sell it to her for what I gave for it. Now that trucks are outrageously priced, well, everything is with our whole the COVID situation. There's a shortage of everything, so I'm letting her have that for $1,000. That is one heck of a deal. Good running, working 4x4 pickup. Anyway, back to our regular scheduled program. Let me get another cast. The wind's died off. I cannot get this thing to go where the Curado goes, and I'm trying it. And if I go any lighter with that spool tension, or not spool tension, I guess I could try that. Let me see this. Sometimes you can play with the spool tension. Let me just try that, but nah, let me go a little looser with the spool tension, and that way if I have to, I can go tighter with the drag. But I don't really like going that tight with the magnet. Nah, it just always casts. It's just like there's some drag. I don't know, it's hard to explain. And I have not oiled, I don't think I oiled these bearings. I know I haven't touched the Curado bearings, which it's supposed to come with real good bearings right off the bat. I have not touched that reel. So yeah, it hits right at that, in the curb thing, like, you know, which is right about 50 feet. That is all it wants. If you guys remember right, we're getting 60 feet with about everything else that I've tried. A lot of different bait, or a lot of different, my good reels anyway, I call the good ones. This guy's just a little shy. Now that's too windy. Okay, let's just try, since we can throw something with the wind and still not be too huge an issue. Like for me personally, I don't plan on using, even though you can see it's capable, this and this reel, if I were to keep it and use it, would be more for 2 to 4 to 6 grams, even 8 or 10 grams. But so here's a perfect example. We'll use this one. I think they're way better. You know, there's way more capable reels to throw that little bait that we were just throwing. There's more capable reels than either one of these. But the Curado, if you guys had to ask my opinion of the best of these two of an all-around, I still pick the Curado for a couple reasons, but I'm just wanting to do a shootout here. Okay, we hit, and this, I guess I should have mentioned, this does not have as much line as the Curado. It's got roughly 100 feet. It's the line I've been throwing in and off everything. The Curado actually has 120 foot of line that I planned on using. I didn't plan on doing the cast test with it, but I am doing it now. So it does have a little bit more weight and line. Okay, I'm getting at that exact setting, which is about where this reel likes it. Now it's windy. I could get across the street. I think I was getting with the bigger rods, weren't we getting like across the curb, weren't we? Or across the sidewalk, I mean. So like 80 feet. This thing's barely getting, it's getting close to 70. There's a decent one. Okay, that is probably 70 something. Let's just see where we probably couldn't get there again today with anything as windy as it is, but let's put this on the rock and roll with it's got the Curado, and these are if you guys haven't, I've weighed these before. The two baits I was throwing are actually about the same weight, and if anything, this one is a little less aerodynamic, the one that was on the Curado, because it's got the actual hook still on the back, just kind of bent up. The other one's just got like an O-ring to make the weight even. So here we go, and we'll do a little final of my thoughts. Try to keep this little, hopefully that's coming in clear enough you guys can make it out. I know you guys can hear my voice. Okay, so first cast hit across the street, almost to the sidewalk. Let me get another one. So yeah, on all where they're set at, this one is just about 3, and that one is like where it's always set, like 3/4 of the way, so a lot more breaks. Okay, that I threw like straight, you know what I'm saying? I threw hard, but I threw it like straight out. So I think it could have got more distance if I'd add a little bit of like that. So yeah, neither one can cross the sidewalk, but this one I'd feel is easier. Okay, I almost hit it. I think you're still only talking about this, even though it's like 2.5 grams almost difference in weight, you're still talking about a 4-foot difference. This reel can cast this bait about, well, maybe not even that, but it's only a matter of a few feet. But I would say it's casting it better than the Zephyr. But in case you were wondering, almost all these other ones I've tried, so I already knew which one I prefer and which one I like and which one I think casts better just by, from having them out on this. And in all honesty, they should only get a little better even with these baits if you had them on a little stiffer rod. These rods, what I find anyway, a real whippy rod like this right here, look at this tip. Where's it at? One of these ultralight tips, once they get like that, I think sometimes it can let a heavier spooled reel struggles even a little more, or can. You tend to have to run the brakes up a little more. I find that like a 6'6" instead of a 5'6", about a foot difference, and maybe just a little bit stiffer in the tip will let you even cast these little baits further, and definitely these with the heavier spools. So let's put a wrap on this video. You guys comment, for those of you that have both, what are your opinions on them? For those of you that have one over the other, this does not go with this. This actually looks good. Let me just show you in case some of you guys are wondering. Now I'm not going to cut the line or switch it, but let me just show you. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Hang on, I didn't do something. There ain't neither one of them got, well, we won't do that. I just wanted to show you what, the Kastking Zephyr reel is one of those, though. It doesn't look good on a lot of different stuff. And the Curado reel is actually like the Zillion and like what I consider kind of like the Lingle. They just look good on a lot of different things. But that, honestly, even though they're the green, looks good, feels good, palms good. It kind of looks like what the Dark Wolf Ultra does on there. That black, matte type black stuff is just almost the same as this. It's just, that looks, pretty close, if you guys can make it out. The Zephyr, though, definitely still is the better looking of, for this combo, if you decided you did want this. But I don't recommend either one of these reels for this rod. If you want the Zephyr rod, or you already have it and you're looking for a reel for it, I wouldn't recommend either of these. I would get the Dark Wolf Ultra, because it looks, well, if you don't know about it, look it up. It's in there. I don't want to go grab it, but the Dark Wolf Ultra, I feel actually it definitely works better, but I feel it even looks better than what the Kastking Zephyr does on this combo. But this is a good looking combo. And if you have this combo and I'm knocking it or something, that's up, hey, it's on you. If you like it, you like it. But when I got this from Charles and I was using it, I felt like it's mismatched. Like I can't quite get what the rod should do out of the reel, and the reel is probably better for a little heavier stuff, but it's still good. It's a very good reel, but it's hard to tell you which one to get. If you're like, hey Charlie, tell me which one and I'll get it. I would still have to go with this, but it's hard to tell you that when this is almost twice the price. So you could actually go get 2 of these. I just don't think if they put a spool out, I guess, for it, then it may be, I don't know. So anyway, guys, hopefully you liked this quick video, my take and what happened, and which is the one I picked anyway, the one I like. I cast these baits, so yeah. You guys can make your own decision. Definitely a smaller, heavier reel, but smaller. Palm's way better than this one. Which, Palm's kind of big. Isn't, it's definitely not a heavy reel, not a big reel. Palm's good, but just, it feels a little bigger than I feel it should. But it's a good palming reel. All right, guys, hopefully you liked it. Get out of here, go bass bonsai. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I will have videos coming out. That fishing video is coming out tonight, where I went out and we actually caught a fish. That'll be coming out tonight. It took so long to try to get it uploaded. It's taken forever, but it'll be out tonight. And then tomorrow, be looking for either, probably not shootouts, but I wanted to get this shootout done, even with the wind, because I'm going to tear into this reel either tonight, probably not since I'm going to see spring, but or tomorrow morning. I'm going to tear into this reel and figure out, it does have some resistance. It is definitely not as free as even this Zephyr. This Zephyr is a free spinning reel. This thing has some resistance, and we're going to try to figure it out. So stay tuned for that. Get out of here, go bass bonsai, whatever you go do. If you're watching Scream 2, make sure you have fun doing it. And if you know of a good truck for sale that'll haul a bass boat, let me know.